The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Nyongera okwaniriza ku program eya Mighty Drive twetonda olw'ebyo ebituuseewo naye wetulinnya okubanga tukuweereza lunaku lwakusatu ennaku z'omwezi tubala 26 tuli mwezi ogwa March omwaka 2025. Nyongera okubuuzaako nze omumbejja Luwo Delidian mu studios situddeemu bwomu ndi n'omumbejja Farida Bikobere tugenda kwatambula ffenna kutuuka omugenyi waffe wagenda okubanga atwegattako naye nga tannaba kubanga atwegattako omugenyi omumbejja Farida agenda asooka atulamuseeko tube nga ate Mighty Drive yaffe tusooka okugitambuliza awo ajja tubuulira ebiri gy'abadde enkuba ekedde kutonnya mu bitundu by'ekibuga Kampala ebyenjawulo amazzi gagenze maaso n'okubanga gasalako abantu oba amataba mu bitundu ebyenjawulo ajja tubuulira gye gyayise kamera ze zimuweereza ki nga munnamawulire ffe towaayo okubanga tubaweereza keetonye kagwake kakati etonnye tubaweereza wasuze otya mumbejja?
Alhamdulillah nasuze bulungi.
Weewaawo.
Era nga akakuba koyogeddeko ewaffe katuuse. And I want to appreciate God because nze ng'omukkiriza mu Katonda si mu ddiini tukkiriza nti buli enkuba lwetonnya giba mikisa. So buli kakuba we tukafuna giba mikisa munnange abaali mu kulima bagenda you know it is a blessing.
Osule soli.
Tetwagala kubanga ate tubeera ne drought nga period mpanvu ate tufune waneeno food insecurity mu ggwanga. Era okutataganyizibwa kubeerawo engeri y'enkuba nti eba etonye ku makya nga ate tugenda mu mirimu gyaffe naye ffe tuba tukyebaliza Mukama Katonda nti gwe woofuna okutataganyizibwa omuntu omulala aba agamba alhamdulillah Mukama amaze n'akikola. Era njagala okubakubiriza mmwe mwenna abakyebakkiriza mbu mugamba enkuba etonye Mukama agenda kubuuza ye yayiseewa gwe gy'otaalabye. Ate naddala ffe be bakyakozesa bannaye twemanye ne bw'obanga by the way weekozesa omukisa gujja ku makya. Si kirungi nnyo okugula dduuka lyo ssaawa 7 abantu baba bakooyedde bali mu planninga kudda waka gwe akatandika ogenda onoonya akasente naye nga itize good morning olunaku lwakusatu tuba tutuddemu mu studios bulungi nyenaku z'omwezi 26 omwezi gwakusatu omwaka 2025 akakuba amataba mu Kampala munnange. It is disappointing nti city yaffe enkuba etonnyamu katono nnyo ne flooding
katono nnyo emyala gyazibikira naye ng'ate tulina ekitongole ki KCCA ekiba nti kiweebwa budget okukola ku nsonga nga zino ne tuba nga tukyafuna amataba mu kibuga Kampala ate nga kikibuga ekikulu eky'eggwanga.
Engeri gye nzize nga followinga issues ne ensonga abantu ze bawa obutatuukiriza mirimu gyabwe. I now realize nti ebitongole bya gavumenti ebisinga obungi byekwasa nti they are underfunded. Buli omu agamba tebatuwa ssente zimala. Buli omu agamba tebatuwa ssente zimala. Aba UECDL abagenda okutekinga up from omumeme nabo bagamba balinze ka ssente. Era ndowooza tulina power shortages buli wamu. Amasannyalaze gavaako egavaako ebbanda
abaliraanyeewaawo bonna baba bakosebwa.
Kati ab'ebbunga bwe bavaako basooka bawaako abeerukuli. So
ate n'abeerukuli tebabamalayo abeerukuli era balondo bamu waliwo abafuna n'abatafuna.
Wabeerayo abakyasiibidde ddala nga bamaze ebbanga nga tebalina masannyalaze. So ebitongole bya gavumenti ebisinga bigamba tebalina ssente essente zibaweebwa ntono nnyo okulaba nti batambuza emirimu nga bwe girina okubeera. The question would be obuzibu buvaawo obuzibu bwani kubanga bwebanga gavumenti esobola kufandinga bitongole byayo kulaba nti bitambuza emirimu nga bwe girina okubeera kati munnansi ya akole ki because
asigadde mu bbanga olwo
kati kasita Kampala floodinga owa boda wabadde akutwalira 10 agenda kugamba 13 wabadde akutwalira 3 akugamba 5 oba 7 kati
n'abamu okugaana okugendayo because oli agamba ntwale boda yange egenda ebulire mu mukoko oyo agenda
waliwo nno aba taxi aba agenda kusuula katugeze oba ovudde ku lwerukuli akuteeka awo awali buli omu gy'ayagala gy'agenda
wano ewali gundi ewali amafuta ga Total we bakuleka
kati neweeyiiya ogenda kukolera mu mabirizi
n'otambula okuva wansi eno n'okambuka paka ku mabirizi
complex naye nga omuntu yali kwambusizzaako so nze ndowooza nti gavumenti erina okwetereza mu ngeri gyekola emirimu gyayo ndowooza ne bwekola bakola budget allocation nabo babeereko n'engeri gye bakyusakyusaamuko tulaba obuzibu buvaawa bunaasigalawo oba nedda emyala e Kampala wano we have cried emyala girina obuzibu emyala but nothing has been done KCCA nayo terina kyekola kyamaanyi nnyo kiri awo
bagamba nti naffe tucontributinga ku bantu ku myala gino okubanga gijjula mu ddakiika entonotono mumbejja mbenga negattibwako nti tusuula kasasiro buli we tusanze ate era n'ensonga ya bulungi bwansi yaddibizibwa bannansi abannayuganda nsagala kulowooza nti bantu babi nnyo naye abantu abali mu bifo ebirina obuvunaanyizibwa oba ebirina power be bantu abatamanyi mirimu gyabwe bakeera ku makya ne batusuubiza wano eno dustbins mu kibuga Kampala walaba obuntu bwe baleeta bw'okwata akantu bwe katyo n'okateeka enakasero wali katwalira ssaawa mmeka okujjula ate nga bagenda emptying after 3 or 2 days kati bannayuganda wotambula Kampala road ng'olina akacupa k'amazzi oyinza okutambula kilomita nnamba nga tolina w'osanze w'ogenda kasuula kakati munnansi oba tumulekedde choice oba omulese yeeyiiye batugamba tweyiiye Kampala wano genda weeyiiye oba omugambye nti weeyiiye w'osangawo we batakulaba kasuulewo I am not saying bakole negligence ng'eyo but the government has failed the citizens so kakati ba citizens beeyiiya so beeyiiya basuula mu kasasiro gwenga munnansi buno buvuba buvunaanyizibwa abo naawe okulaba nti yamba gavumenti naye ekuyambe
atekinga obuvunaanyizibwa if the government has prepared for you gavumenti enteereddewo wenyina okuteeka kasasiro obuvunaanyizibwa bwange kulaba nti kasasiro wange gwe nnina muteeka ekifo ekiri gazetted bweba government techikoze it has not planned for the citizens the citizens have no choice apart from dumping everywhere because even when you want to be a responsible citizen toyina wogenda kasuula Kampala is full it is full if the government isn't planning for the citizens tugenda kubanga tufloodinga lindo olweggulo ngetunagenda mu fiuli tugenda kulaba abaana b'essomero enkuba beetutte floods bangi nnyo tugenda kubalaba nga tubagamba waneno omwana yabadde agenda ku ssomero wa myaka 7 amataba gamututte why because the government isn't doing what is meant to do a very good morning.
Thank you so much Mumbejja Farida Bikobere katsoke tufune ate omugenyi waffe abenga atwegattako ate tulyoke twongere okwogera ku single parenting eyeyongedde mu ggwanga lyattu Uganda. Mighty Drive ekyagenda maaso njagala tu breaking mu katono nnyo tukole mu bwe tuti omugenyi waffe abenga atwegattako ate tusobola okubanga tugendera ddala mu maaso. Mumbejja Farida nga bwayanjiza eyo call egenze eri bekikwatako kulaba nti bakola ekyo ekyetaagisa ate ne Munnayuganda yeyagalire mu nsi ye Kampala abenga yeyagalira mu kibuga kye ekirungi.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hi Rogers, can I ask you something?
Shoot.
What does corruption mean?
Well, summarily, corruption is abuse of public power for personal gain or for the benefit of a group to which one owes allegiance. For example, when a public office is abused by an official accepting or soliciting a bribe. By the way, private people can be corrupt too, like bribing police officers to escape fines.
Okay. So exactly how does that concern me?
Well, do you pay taxes?
I guess, yeah. What does that have to do with this?
Everything. Because those taxes you pay are supposed to facilitate services you use, like water, electricity, roads construction, medicines in hospitals, name it.
Okay, that is much bigger than I thought. But it can be stopped, right?
Well, yes, it can, although it may not be as easy as it sounds. And here is the reason why. Corruption roots are grounded in our country's social, political, economic, bureaucratic traditions and policies.
So, what has kept it going this long? I mean, why don't we stop it?
Well, the main reason why it has been here for so long is because institutions are weak, either as a result of poorly defined ethical standards of public service, weak administrative and financial systems, or ineffective watchdog agencies.
What can we do to stop it?
At a national level, we must focus on strengthening the independence and effectiveness of public institutions that fight corruption. At a personal level, we must commit to never giving a bribe.
I promise I'll never give a bribe.
Well, that's a great decision you have made. Me and you now have to spread this message to all our friends. If we all do our part, corruption will be no more.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digital.
Looking for a pair of shoes? Let's Up Stores has
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Nkwaniriza ate ku Mighty Drive ey'olunaku olwaliro enkuba egenda maaso n'okubanga efudde emba munnange ebitundu by'eggwanga eby'enjawulo naye ffe twasuubiza okuba nti tubaweereza keetonnyeka gwake era nga nze Omumbejja Luwedde Lilian okubanga nkutuusaako programu eno. Omugenyi wange yamaze dda okuba nga neegattako SSP Jackson Mucunguzi omukulu ono munnange azze okulaba nti twogera ku nsonga ekwatagana ku single parenting lwaki yeeyongedde. Bw'otunuulira reports ezifuluma ziraga nti kakati eri ku bitundu 3 ku buli 100 eyo nno alipoota y'omwaka oguwedde okuva mu WBOS oba Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Kati nno munnange kino kyeraliikiriza kiraga nti ensonga eno egenda maaso n'okubanga yeeyongera. Abantu tebakyalina bwesigwa mu maka, abantu batandise okugwamu essuubi mu kye twakula tumanye nti family, because eno yashapinganga ebintu ebyenjawulo, yashapinganga abakulembeze ab'enkya, yashapinganga abasawo ab'enkya n'ebirala bingi nnyo nga bitandikira waka. Naye kakati ogenda okwesanga nti family eyabuluzuddwamu nti abaana babeera na maama oba abaana babeera na taata kwegamba nga buli omu abeera wuwe. Obuzibu buvudde luddawa okulaba nti ensonga eno yeeyongera. Bw'otunuulira ne mu ggwanga ery'Amerika era ensonga eno gyeri nnyo mu Louisiana eyo yonna waliyo ba single parents oba single parenthood esayidi eyo nayo ekutte ejjembe. Naye kansooka ennyanyiriza omugenyi waffe ate asobole okuba nga atubuuza akatubuulire ne gyayise embeera ebadde eti akakuba tekabataataaganyiza mu kuba nga atambula okuba nga atutuukako. Happy New Year ndowooza katutandikira awo.
Yes, same to you.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever they are watching us from.
Yes.
Munnange mu Uganda kati enkuba tutandise tuvudde mu dry season ebadde naye y'amaanyi ng'eyisa bubi abannayuganda ate kati enkuba naye ezze naye within 1 week tutandise okukola ki lunaku bunaku tutandise okucomplaininga. Kale ensibuga etyo ate ekyo kikolaga nti naturally a human being ayagala kubeera mu comfortable zone. Omusana gubeerawo like that. So nsanyuka nnyo okulaba nti twakomyewo kwogera ku nsonga z'obuzadde, single parenting. It is not a good news. Tulina okuba nga tuli wano to celebrating to find that people are single parents. era ntwara opportunity eno kusiima single parents who have made it in life. Bravo and kudos for great work done.
Okay.
Especially single parents who happen by, for example, the widows.
Partner we yafa
bambe mama oba tata nabeerawo ku baana n'abasomesa n'abawa school fees n'abawa ebyokulya n'abatwala mu ddwaliro n'abatwala ku ssomero n'ababeerawo mama oba taata ng'oli single parent by virtue of being a divorce, a widow, or you divorced and you are doing it well, we thank you.
Okay.
Ante waliwo bali abafuuka single parent by virtue of divorce, separation. Omusajja naye kandaga n'agenda n'abavaako abali eyo mu trading center abakola ebibaagala
omukyala
naye n'agenda n'avaawo kubanga kati ennaku zino abatolaba nze bampita SSP Jackson Mucunguzi nva mu kitongole ekikulira abaana n'amaka Uganda Police Force enaguru. Ekitongole kyaffe kiraba nti abaana rights of children are respected. Tubeerayo nga twagala amaka gabeere bulungi. Traditionally ng'obwobadde ogamba amaka g'abaaki abantu kati ennaku babivuddeko it is no longer
balinga
ababikooye. So tubeerawo nga tubabudaabuda kati ffe tubeera nga marriage counselor. Ne Bible ne Quran actually I think they don't want family to break down. So tubeerawo nga tugezaako kuma maka kubanga when family is okay even the country develops. So at Child and Family Protection we voice against causes of single parenting, causes of divorce, causes of separation. Era bye tubeeramu buli lunaku naye we are overwhelmed. Enamba zeeyongedde, abazadde tebakyagala kulabirira abaana, couples are fighting, hence a rise in single parenting.
Like I said, mutandikwa nti percentage zize zeeyongera from 20% bugwali mu 2020 to now 30%. This shows nti ensonga eno eri mukula. But according to you, because kati gwe oli mu dokete ya family, obuzibu buli ludda wa kiki ekireetedde single parenting okubanga erinnya okuva ku 20% now to 30%?
Yes, very many reasons. Some are social, some are demographic, ebirala are man-made, others are economic.
Okay.
For example, you see embeera, poverty, hustle. Omusajja alina okulabirira family naye talina kyakukola, anoonya sente tiziriiwo. Kati n'alaba instead of coming back home n'abulirayo. So in the long run a single parenting now comes up. So obwavu is the greatest thing. Obwavu in that especially you see kino kya affecting both urban and villages. Naye mu urban setup, a man is purely supposed to get out of home agenda no
and be a man.
And be a man. Kati juzi wano ku social media narabyewo omusajja yagenze mu town n'ayiiya ne bigaana ng'addayo ewaka yabadde atambula ne ku bigere ng'agenda ng'ayogera yekka. So such a man ayinza kugamba ntuuke waka baagala yaka baagala byokulya baagala amazzi sibirina n'ayekweka n'agaana kugendayo omukyala n'amulinda nga tajja. So poverty is the greatest thing that causes that. Ante kati twafunyemu society abamu kati because of modernization especially abakyala basomyewo ngati nga gwe mumbejja olina kasenteko okubeera single mother tokirabamu buzibu
because I can get the money to take care of my children.
Batandise n'engeri eziboogera abasajja twabavaako bakola bibaagala such statements. Kati n'abasajja nabo ne bagamba sente z'ekikazi ziyitiridde. Such competitive hostile statements zireetako single parenting okweyongera. Kati tulinako n'ekintu kya culture. Culture etugamba nti abantu bakula nga bamanyi nti ebintu by'abaana okukuza abaana mirimu gya maama society allocated responsibilities
of a home,
raising children the barrows nti bya maama, which is very wrong. It is not written anywhere that if a father you can also come up and see how children are raising up. Abasajja babalowooza nti okuwa school fees okugula emmere ideally providing basic needs nti gwe mulimo olimba sebo oyina okugenda beyond providing basic needs n'obeera mu bulamu bw'omwana n'omubuuza ali atya aragawa you share your vision and mission n'omunyonyola n'omubuulira ensi ekyuse. We have very many things. What our children are facing today is different from what our parents faced. We have a problem of internet. Katobo you know kuvyayo no gambo mwana munange. Technology may overthrow you.
Yes.
So it is a duty that goes beyond providing basic needs. Then another nsonga insobora kulaba erese single parenting is the influence of religion. How? Religion especially abarokole. Abarokole bagenze ne babeera nnyo mu overnight ne beerabira maka. Osanga omukazi ng'ali ku church from Monday up to Sunday asaba dry beera kusaba mu overnight n'ayerabira omusajja. And yet abasajja bano bo baba baagala kulaba kuba kyala baabwe. So n'osanga kati abamu parents omukyala no era tutera kusufuna ensonga ezo nga tuzigezako kuzigonjoola especially sexual violence. Abasajja my desk by the way welcomes men who are being battered, tortured by women, and I have very many clients. Men who are suffering gender-based violence. Bajja. They come, they say, afende, twakulide, obadde oyogera ku bintu ebyo, naye abakazi batuvaako bali eyo mu bapasita, bakuba mavive wa bapasita, wakati bakyatulabako batuvaako. So, and in the long run, then you find that now religion, when you become too much addicted to it, it becomes an opium and it can affect you. So, abantu nibabeereyo mu religion affairs nibeerabira home. Yet amaka tumanyi that it is a setup of a man and a woman. Ne Bible gekigamba kigamba nti amaka galina okubeera mu taata ne maama. So gender based violence is another nsonga. How do you call gender based violence? Omumaka ebyo byebireese obuzibu. Abantu kati tebakyali ku, they are no longer married by love. But they are married by property and money. Without money, you are not a man at home. Without money, you are the man is also not seeing you. So in the long run, we have developed what we call money and property based marriages. That when you have no money, you are a short man in your own home. You towera. So gender-based violence, and this gender-based violence is ideally caused by 3 major factors.
Which
ego. How do you call ego in Uganda? Obusungu. Okwepaka. Kwedi bachiga kodi to kwedikura. Munywende dikura. I can't feel that. You get me? Somebody is celebrating that for him. Zetabajogera ko. That egoistic.
I don't do this.
I don't care. Ego. No sanga nto muntu yabeera mu bibye. Ekyokubiri, pride. How do you call pride? Amalala. Umuntu yayina amalala musajja tebamubuuza java. Musajja akola asajjalata alosebo. You must go slow. This is a project. Family is a project where you put in and you also have a stake and they should ask you there and there. Another thing, ignorance. Omanyigwe. Waliwo omuntu akola byakola because tamanyi nti bichamu. Wakura ng'olaba maama wo bamukuba. So it is normal to beat your wife. That is ignorance. You don't know that there is a law against that. Then another cause of the other gender-based violence that is causing single parenting is the influence of third party. Ba mama, ba relatives, ba friends abo bononya maka bagamba gwe omukazi takubuulira bwati ajja kujoga in the long run ne bakujja ne waka omukazi akubuuziza ndi munange ng'oluddeyo leero tulyemmere tebambuuza nze oli musirululu n'ogamba kati ng'oba ogambye nasuzeyo leero n'obulirayo 2 weeks n'obulirayo omwezi. So when you are absent at home you are causing single parenting and yet it is very dangerous. Kata wengambira bana ba third party oraba fe aba child and family and protection tulinga ba pastor obo ino kukozesa nyoko rohani ne bible bible murube oruberebere Genesis how
Genesis oruberebere
aha chapter 2 verse 24 oja kuva kitawo ne mama wo ogende okutandika amakaga go. So do not be there that you want to solve all problems. So gender-based violence is causing a big problem. We have talked about culture where they attach issues to be with ndomukaza collect you know neno that society divided responsibility is causing obwavu embera. Economic status is a big issue. Economic hardships and general limited economic opportunities are major causes of single parenting in Uganda.
Njagala tu breaking ebintu bino katono tutandikire ku nsonga y'obwavu. Bwe twali tukula most of us don't come from families ziri zinagwadda. Twakula tulaba nti maama aguma embeera nga bweri akatono akaliwo n'abanga asobola okulaba nti atambuza family n'egenda maaso. Could it be that mwenga abakiruddemu oba abatambudde these ebbanga mu marriage temwagazisizza bavubuka bato oba baana bato okulaba nti nabo bembracinga ekitiibwa ekya family, because bw'otunuulira emyaka egiri ennyo mu single parenting, emyaka okuva ku 18 okutuuka ku myaka 35 egyo emyaka gya kivubuka nnyo. Temwagazisizza abantu bano okuba nti nabo baagala ekitiibwa ekiva mu kuba nti they have families and they are married, omwami n'omukyala.
Omumbe jarira ne kakati nze ngombuuza mpayo ebizibu 5 ebya Uganda. Ekyokutaano kiba lack of role models. When you see that you don't have a role model in life, then you start to live life according to whom it may concern. Ntugwe twaliwo olabirako twaliwo otya kati abazadde abasinga olaba bano abasinga kati ba Gen Z ba millennial bali mukulabira kwabo ab'emyaka 5 6 mu bufumbo naye abasajja abo ebitiibwa bakivuddeko. They are no longer role models. Usanga kati nga taata eyandibadde ng'akola ebintu birungi mutabani we n'amulabirako ow'emyaka 2-3 agenze mu bufumbo omusajja akola byayagala. They no longer provide. Baduka waka. They are celebrating being in multiple relationships. They are celebrating being in multiple roles. They are celebrating in doing wrong things. So lack of role model is the greatest factor that the government of Uganda and those in willing to change should work on.
Netwakulira polygamous families. Newesanga nti taata alina abakyala abasukka mu naye ng'ate era families zino weziringera omwami amanya I'm dividing my time nti mukyala ono muwa olunaku bwe luti nono ne muwa olunaku bwe luti ne babanga bafumbi. Why is it that these days it's hard for someone to stay in marriage nti even making a month someone needs to celebrate?
Ebyenfuna ante byebitandikira ne wano ng'oyingira kasita ng'oba otandise kuyingira mu bufumbo naye omukwano gutadde ku byenfuna era tojja kuwangaarayo because ojja genda ng'onoonya ebyenfuna nga tibiriiyo because this is a third world country. Third world country we hustle. You should bring something also on the table, by the way. Juzu when I was asking one of the couples, my husband doesn't give me A, B, C, D, D, D. Nimgamba, for you, what are you bringing on that table? Nagamba, myself. Hey, you are self. You are not a table. Huh? We want you also to bring something.
Managing the home.
Hey, managing the home.
If she's managing the home, she's also putting something on the table.
You are working. Why do you want the boy child, the son of Pharaoh, to suffer with everything? Unfortunately, omukyala yali asinga omulenzi, the man, the husband. Sente. The woman is getting 10 million. Musajja wa atafuna kamu kitundu. naye omukazi byonna bimurekedde yamanyi nti okubeera ku because I give you the sexual pleasure that is enough. I have helped you produce children. These are our children. For us at Child and Family Protection, we say parenting is for both people, not for a woman or man alone. Mwembi mumba muyino participating in this matter. So why our parents were successful, especially even those who were in polygamous, they knew their responsibility. Most members, especially men, are not in charge of their families. They don't know that they are the leaders. They haven't shared their vision. Gwenjagale kayange tambule. Baberekerawo kati nabo balinga bakurayim preventa mu maka gaabwe. Abera mu bwati araba alinga muyayi mukayi. Obo yino kujja noteka ko order. I want my things to be like this so that things can be followed. Naye eyo order katogiteka ko ngoina capacity waro ebyoleta. Sibya kuleta mpale. Ne order no gamba ngenda kuteka ko. So all those ones rotate around providing, and there is much allegiance to money and property accumulation at the expense of positive parenting. Tuyino kuddayo mu original setup. Omanyi that parenting is a project, yeringa business. You are a shareholder, you are a stakeholder, and therefore do not take it for granted. Erango ojireka, one of the partners aja kujitaking advantage of to manipulate. The sole purpose of marriage is happiness. If God helps you, nabana, they are a bonus that will help you to do much better. And therefore you should participate in raising these children.
Yes.
If you are reading the Bible even says that we should be concentrating in the lives of children. Teach them and train them so that when they grow old, they should not go away. That's why I was talking about the other issue of what? Of role modeling.
Yes.
When you read Proverbs, Proverbs muzitachi.
Engero.
Engero abiri mubiri mukaga. Chapter 22 verse 6. Train up a child in a way he would go. So even when he's in old age, he should not run away from it. What does this one mean? It means that you should be a role model
to your children.
To your children and to your family. So that when they also start their family, they say, I want to be like Muzei.
But now these days we are having men, actually we are having women who are celebrating to be single parents. Nti, I am a single mother.
And proud.
I'm a proud single mother of 2, or I'm a proud single mother of 1.
Babi ogerera ku TV na yungo msinkana mu nziki za kaba. Because you cannot celebrate, the marriage is supposed to be having 2 people. You are lucky that God did not kill your spouse. He's there. Actually, I don't know whether we should even be calling those single parents. One is in Buziga, another one is in Zambia. You are where you are there, but you are absent. What type of marriage is that? So you cannot happily say I'm a single parent. Because you see, to be a single parent, there must have been something wrong. Either you went and divorced, you went to court and separated with that person. And by the time you separate with somebody, there must be a reason. Infidelity, obedience is the order of the day, witchcraft, it can cause people domestic violence.
Yes.
Actually, for me, I say, I at times support these single parents. Instead of dying in a violent relationship, you would rather be in a distance, because you see, you are a mother of these children when you arrive. And I pity a person who is still practicing violence at home, where you physically turn against your spouse. No mukuba. You qualify to be in a zoo. Bakutware muzu bakurundireyo because you are not to be a human being. And this is, I take this opportunity to call upon men or even women. There are even women. This morning I received a complaint where a woman is beating a man, and the man was crying. Said, "Afande yangu wako emigo yitiride." You try to see how to escape, but you can go to police. So there are even women who are torturing men. So if you know that you can raise a hand, a stick, any object, and hit your spouse, you qualify to be in a zoo. we take you to that ministry so that you can do much better.
Police report on crime rate jeba tongoza jebuvuddeko yali eraga nti domestic violence akendedde by 4% from 2023 nti cases mu 2023 zali 14,681 so nga te 2024 cases zali 14,073 so kiraga nti waliwo okukendera
and that one has not come on a silver plate. One of the results of the measures is me and you what we are doing, voicing against gender-based violence, voicing against negligence.
This is also contributing to single parenting. But is it that men have not been worked on or empowered enough to handle women in this modern era?
No, instead, men have been neglected to participate in fighting against what causes divorce. If men can be, you know, see, it is usually starting with men, either by being negligent, either by being violent. When you are violent or negligent, then it can result into single parenting. Or when you are just there with friends more than your family, it can cause the problem. Or when you fail to provide, or when you fail to instill discipline. You see, the Bible tells us that a father, omusajja, is a chaplain of his home. Yalina okugenda n'asabira n'ayigiriza abaana be ne family ye issues of God. So if you are absent, you are busy in Arsenal and Manu, you are busy in sauna. These days I'm told they are busy betting. Even some couples are busy online laughing at TikTok.
Yes.
And they have failed to do parenting. Then it becomes a problem. When you read the 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8, I will tell you that because my life rotates around the Bible.
The Bible.
Hey, I'm a member of Fathers Union, and I believe that if you don't have God in your family, then there is a problem. If you don't have God, it means you have a devil in your family. It tells us, 1 Timothy 5:8, if anyone does not provide for his family, he has denied God's faith and is worse than a pagan. So if you are there not providing for your family, you are a pagan. But if you are providing for your family, your wife is happy, your children are doing well, even yourself. Self-love. Do you know that some people hate themselves?
They don't love themselves.
Tebeyagala. Omuntu n'olaba nga ye ali stingy to himself. Tayagala kulya bulungi, tayagala kwambala bulungi, abeera buli kaseera abeera n'ennaku. Mental illness is very serious.
Yes.
We forgot actually to discuss about that matter. It is causing single parenting. Some people are so determined and so annoyed and stressed up to the extent that now they have become clients of mental illness. And in the long run, they transfer it at home. You are staying with a mad person nga tochitegeera. Nabeera byakora tobitegeera. So in the long run, some women have said, "Munange kamba veeko nze ngende mu byange nkwere binjagala." So you must be so intentional and love yourself, love your family, love your people, and know that we are visitors in this world. But the question is, before you die, what are you doing? What type of legacy are you creating behind? Hey, you are creating, you see, what you are doing. Children, they run on a model called monkey see, monkey do. Byara babazadde nga bakora nabyo byakora. Kati ngova wano gwe no glorifying anti you see me, I'm a child of Nacheyombekedi. It will even affect your children in near future because omwana oyo it is easier for him to separate. Agamba after all my mother managed, I can also do.
Era wembadde ndaga nti this single parenting over this single parenthood, what effect does it have when it comes to the children?
It is very dangerous because it is affecting omwana. Ekisooka absent parent. If one of the parent is absent,
yes,
the boat is not balancing. Eryato teri balancinga. Osanga kati ona akora bya mama akora bya tata. Two way and is over constrained. So in the long run,
mama is telling her, why is telling him do this. Then tata is also telling him
kati wari omuvubuka we yakoda ne mama we. Tata we yayichanga ne mama we. Nagamba kamukulekedde omwana mukulekedde. omwana nakula ne maama we ne basista be ye yakula ng'alaba nga basista we ne maama we bagenda kunaaba etawulo bagisibira wano mu mabeere omwana nga yali mu day schooling buli lunaku olweggulo byakola olunaku yagenda mu boarding session and this was at campus level where he went for further education kati naye ne baraba omusajja mukulu ye musajja watu asibira tawulo wano mu mabeere kubanga yakula ng'alaba maama we ne taata ne maama we ne sister we bebakola so this thing will affect and the boy didn't know. He was like, why are you laughing at me? They were laughing at him. They said gwe raba kisajja kikulu ekisibira tawulo mu mabe mu kifuba olinga mukazi so that one also affects on what they do and it can cause a problem. I was telling you the issue of marriage. Even there is the other day a couple in our free time we do marriage counseling. Then the man was telling me I'm at the verge of losing my girlfriend because I've realized she has grown up with a single parent. The mother separated with the father. What guarantee do I have? This one is also not going to run away. You get me? And it is a very serious matter. So, and I had to tell him that, you see, it was wrong. The other father was doing ABCD, but it shouldn't be transferred to this side. So, ebibakola be affecting adabana in behavior, in action, in decisions. Awawulira ntuwavudeyo kati new concept of mommy's boy. Hey, in life fight hard, madam. Not to get married or date a mommy's boy. You suffer. Such boys don't decide. Such boys, they are soft. Such boys, they are not bored. Even I'm told in bed they don't perform better. Atabuza mama. Mama bakora bati.
Mama anti soka kola kinenzako chiri.
Ptewa. Sebo, you are very bogus.
But these days we are having parents who are saying nze nekulizo omwana wange. Era kyonna kyamugamba, it's what the kid also takes.
But the question, omugamba chi? Because for us at Child and Family Protection, we encourage parents that do not mix your battles with children. These children are not guns. You are using them to fight. These children are not tools of destruction. If you disagreed with the parent, warwana ne mama, oba ne tata, nemwawukana. Please do not transfer your problems to this child. If he says, Dadariwa, muwesimu, your dad is here call. If he doesn't pick, omwana aba achimanya. Hey, mommy tried to connect me with papa. Papa nagana kunkwata. Kati yeye nyini yagenda kwekyayira kitawe. Naye si byokubera onumugamba ekisajja kiriyeyo, kiri mu bwenzi, kiri mu bakazi, kyatuvwako. Ye. Omwana ajja kukura awulire version y'omusajja. Nayamuwe ntoraba mama woyo yantuntuza yanvumanga ante kitufu ngarabo vuma especially actually when you are in single parenting you need to be so careful to society, to neighborhood and to people you stay in because you are so vulnerable that people think you should be judged wrongly. Ntone yali mwa family oroza kumuruma ajja kukora bulungi
because
because if somebody sees that if you cannot fail to look after one or two people, especially your wife, if you are a man, you have failed to look after your wife and children. Can you manage a company of 100 members? Yes, you can, but somebody will be saying, So, East to West home is the best. Mother Teresa, one of the greatest philosophers, the philosopher of Calcutta in India tells us that if you want to impact society, first to go and manage your home. Even in the same Bible, God told the prophet Elijah that first to go and put your house to order. And then you come and do church work. So before you come here and speak a lot of English, a lot of Uganda, Munange wakabiri bitya, are you providing as we were seeing? In that First Timothy chapter 5 verse 8, is it in you? Or you are an absent, somebody who is occupying space. Do not be a liability to the extent that your children wish that you die and they go to compassion where they will eat rice, where they will take bread. Be intentional. Make sure that your family misses you. If they don't miss you when you are alive, even when you are dead, they will not miss you. And it is very dangerous. We don't know when we are dying. But what type of legacy are we leaving behind? Don't be a hero outside, a big man. But at home you are a zero. You are just a wild animal. Nsoro, otuka wabana bekweka, otuka omukazi natandika kubera ku tensioni, otuka waka, no urant turburungi, mwabasomo ruzungu, babuza, are you a dad or you are a dude? Might you even say you are a dude? A dude, do you know what a dude means? You look there. Do not be a dude, be a dad.
Yes.
And then you women, are you a knife or you are a wife at home? Or Sarah, are you a kambe? The temperatures of a man to be serious at home is created by a woman. If a woman is there, wants to take over the position of a man, life becomes very hard.
As omuntu ali mu fathers union, all these that you've stated about effects and about causes, byonna nga bw'obinyonnyodde affecting omwana.
Yes.
Omwana ya consuming bitterness eva ewa taata oba bitterness eva ewa mama because of okwawukana. Mwenga abakulembeze ng'omukulembeze of course kati tutwanga mukulembeze ali mu nzikiriza. How have you helped okushapingamu abantu bano abagenda mu bufumbo? Are you doing counseling sessions before nga tebannagenda mu bufumbo to enlighten them nti marriage is not all about this or that, or marriage is not all about this or that? Oba nammwe mubiraba bulami ne mulinda bibeewo noga okay kimutuuseeko?
Personally, I believe in preventive measure, like police. One of the police is to prevent crime.
Yes.
So even in marriage setup, like me and my dear wife, Nagasha Wikili in Marawa Zigava, Chara Police, who is now watching.
Yes.
We do counseling. And we have very many of people who have looked up to us. The other day, if those who follow us on our channels, our YouTube account, who are following us on social media accounts, they have seen how consistently I've been married now. This is the 15th year. Wow. And we have consistently became intentional, and many people come to us. And when you are coming for us for counseling, we don't want you to come alone. You must come with your future husband, so that we compare. So we call two of you and we say, hey, you are going to marriage. Do you know what is marriage? Do you know what you are going on is ABCD. So our counseling sessions are usually inclusive. They bring in both spouse, and we take them through. Whatever katinze chinamaze kuraba abasinga bagenze ne ba empowering anyo girl child ne bera boy child. Omuwara nga abagenda kufumbirwa basenga bategeka ne bamuburira the do's and don'ts. In absentia of a man, kakati ono agenda nga ali sharpened, but who is going to work on an sharpened panga?
Chovola bera nchizizaayo kati nga gwe ali mu fathers union. Are you working on the boys or the men?
Yeah, we are working on the men, and now in my own concepts, whenever I'm meeting those people, I say, do not counsel a couple when one is absent. If he's very busy, at least let him go on Zoom. I would read your kugambo no byakora, so that when he is at home, he's not challenged. Kataba prepare nze omusajja bamukora bwe bati omusajja tamanyi kyali ng'otuuka yo waka n'otandika kukola contract yanga wafuse maraya bino wabiyigiddewa kumbe go wabiyigidde eri mu counseling.
Nenanti men don't want to go for those sessions.
And that's why I'm calling them that please, you are not an expert of being absent. Please come and be present in life of your family and marriage. Omukyala avewa taata we ne maama we, not to look for your food. Not to look for what he needs your presence.
Yes.
The best gift that you can give your spouse and your children
is being available.
Is being a present father, a present spouse, a present and constructive. Kati twafunye mu ne challenge abamu bali present but absent. Wali
mentally absent. physically present but mentally
absent. So you need to also overcome that, to go extra further. Because we have, of recently, there is a new form of gender-based violence, which is called technology-facilitated gender-based violence. Omusajja ali waka wano gwolowooza nti watudde ali mu kukola kumbe ali mu kukola ba nudes. Ali ku bimansuro olowooza ali mu kustalkinga somebody. So that technology-facilitated gender-based violence is very real, and therefore we tell them, divert from anything that controls you or that can influence you to do something wrong. We believe, personally I believe, that what you read and watch influence what you do. So much.
What do you fill your mind with?
Hey, what you feed with your mind is what the mind will do. So by the time somebody commits a crime, abanga yachiruwozezaako. That's why me I say that cheating is not accidental. By the time you cheat, you have planned, you have participated, and just the act we get you was the execution gone wrong. Yes.
Okay.
So
I'll do more research about
somebody
that.
should not come and write to you, that the devil lied to me and I cheated. Wapi? You planned it, you participated, you watched the different websites that enabled you that, and therefore you are solely responsible for that act. You should give accountability why you did so.
You've talked about technology, and in this modern era, it's on rare occasions to find a home that at least a smartphone. How do we tame that okubanti techimala of family? Or how do we tame that okubanti the families breaking? Because whenever family breaks, the first person again okubanga akosebwa is the child.
True. The world has become a global village. We now know what is happening in America. America knows what is happening here.
In Uganda.
And things are not going to change. And therefore, first thing that we should do, accept.
Okay.
Change yes. Once you accept change, then you see how to manage it. How do you do it? Gone are the days where we would find our parents were giving different nicknames to mean something. Akasoro, to mean private parts. Something to hide. Now it is high time you tell people naked truth. Because you see these children, they know more eroton technology than you. You are there hiding, pretending a kid is ahead of you. They know how to operate these machines than you. So it is very paramount that you need now to wake up and face the lion as it has come. Parenting has to change.
But now technology is there. Google, you search about certain things. No one go bifuna. Rachi bichagenda mu maso. Like families are breaking.
Yes.
Nenga tetu ina technology, wosobola okubanga omanya kino, no manya how to go about this, how to do this, or how to do this.
So it goes back on how you use that technology. When you go there, they tell you strategies of how to overcome divorce. Do you walk a talk of what they have taught you? So we are now overcoming the issue of Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are dying because of lack of knowledge. Because knowledge is now there. Technology has come to enable us that we are no longer dying of ignorance and lack of knowledge. Knowledge is there, but how are you using it? You see, in life, my sister, one of the challenges that we have is that people don't walk a talk. They know a lot, but they don't want to walk a talk. You are surprised you find somebody is doing contrary to what is supposed to be. It takes us back to the role models. Lack of role model is a problem. Those who are supposed, you find that somebody who is expected to do something is doing contrary. A person of my caliber is
models and families are breaking.
So that's why I'm saying, let's go back to families. Our friends in Muslim community, when you read Quran, do you know Quran chapter 4 verse 1? It takes us back to the parenting matter and being intentional. Fear and respect your parents so that you can live longer. But those parents must also be reasonable enough to be given respect. Respect is earned. Respect is not commanded. So we need to go back in original setup and know what we are supposed to do and leave what we are not supposed to do. This technology is going to continue to do great things that is affecting the natural way of how things are done. There is a new shift that has come in, the artificial intelligence.
AI.
My friend was telling me that in the next 20 or 30 years, work is going to be differently, where you will find somebody doesn't need human beings to be closer. How is Africa, Uganda prepared for the same? Developed countries are already seeing the alternatives. For us, our professors and academicians, the elites, they are now busy talking that their titles when they are not countering a problem. Now, whatever you want, you go on AI, you get it. Our children are getting it. So how are we prepared for the same? We don't know what will AI give birth to. Yes. The grandchild of AI will make a Ugandan suffer, me and you. At least now in the next 20 years. That is by the Okurosa. I still have 20 years to serve in the police. So I will be a policeman suffering with a grandchild of what? Of AI. So we need to face the reality as it is, so that we can do much better and become good citizens. We be intentional. Do not invest too much.
But if this continues like this, with these growing numbers of single parents, what's the future of now our country?
We are heading for the worst. We cannot celebrate that the increasing number of single parents is doing better. That means that a family is the basic unit of society, isn't it? Once a basic unit is threatened, it's like a problem statement in research. When a problem statement is not solved well, even the results will be wrong. So we need to be so serious and know that family. In fact, to me, if I was the government of Uganda, I would allocate more money to strengthen a family than construct roads, than even constructing these things. Because you see, once you bring and raise a broken family, they will destroy all the infrastructure that you have put there. Chiringa bwogamba nti nze nkolera abaana bange mbazimbidde ekizimbe bagulidde amayumba ng'ovaawo bwoti nga tobategese bajja kubitunda. So the same thing with the government. If government is constructing roads, government is developing oil, government is bringing hospitals with broken families, you are wasting time. They will come and destroy all these ones, and they will be seeing it as an activity. That's what we call glorification of ignorance. Do you know glorification of ignorance? Somebody is celebrating for doing wrong things. Hey, you find a man is saying that me, I have 10 wives, 10 girlfriends. I produce with them and I leave them there. Glorification of ignorance. I donate sperm and is happy talking in public. Yes? You find that a woman, a young girl of your caliber is telling you that I can eat 30 chapatis. Glorification of ignorance. And it is becoming normal. So the same thing with this single parenting. If it is possible, avoid being one. But if you see it is life-threatening, again, you don't die in a violent relationship. So this is where I call upon that whoever is responsible to be in a relationship, you go there. You get me? And when you reach there, do the needful. A man you are supposed to provide. Don't run away.
But there are other people who are saying that you marriage counselors are also contributing to the rise of these numbers of single parents.
Yeah, I would think so. Because there are
some... Nenga ate mwe ababa w'amagezi mutudde in your marriages nga muli together.
Kata woyetagere kibayita common sense. Chiba kugamba choko sinte bari kugambye cyona cyo ino kukola. Sieve through and see this one is going to help me or not. Counseling is like schooling. When you go there, you don't learn everything. Hey, you pick what can help you and do the needful. Okay, now that we have seen that counseling is a medication against overcoming all this, we call upon counselors. Please be technical, be professional. By the way, not everybody who speaks into counseling world that is a counselor. Counselors are taught. Counselors are qualified. Counselors have an association. Some people are advisors and motivational speakers. and when you follow them, you will knock. Always do what we call due diligence. I'm going to meet Mucunguzi. Who is he? Hey, go and do background check. You may find that the marriage counselor you are going to meet, he is a suspect of domestic violence at work at police. The marriage counselor you are going to meet, he is a client in a shrine. Yes. I'm not against the, okay, as a grandson of canon, I'm against the shrine. That you find that this marriage counselor you are going to meet, his children don't go to school. But what are you going to do there? You need to do due diligence. You see, I'm going to tell for example, you about my bedroom issues. Are you married? If you are not married, then what am I telling you? It means you will not tell me what he is doing well. We have marriage counselors who are single, so they are now producing single parenting, which is causing a problem. So to avoid that, we need to go back to the basics. Okay. If you go to a counselor and you are going to discuss issues of marriage, and you find that his husband is not supporting, then you know that you are on the theory. You need the practicals. If you are telling me you are doing A, B, C, D, is it true you are doing it? So it is not an academic issue of learn and sit and pass, but issue of being serious and do things right. So this one takes us back to adults. What are you doing? Are you accountable in the day and in the darkness? Okay. So that we can do much better.
Okay. Well, wow. Tuchagenda maso ne program ya Mighty Drive tuli ne SSP Jackson Mucunguzi yavamu Child and Protection.
Child and Family Protection.
Sorry, Child and Family Protection. Okulaba ntongera okutanya ku nsonga ya single parenting ekutte oba efuse baana baliwo kakati mu ggwanga lyattu erya Uganda, whereby osobola okuwulira omuntu ng'alina proud to be a single parent. And there are people who no longer have interest in being more family. Waliwo n'abalala abakozeemu kasente ng'aga nti nze ne bwe nfuna omwana wange seetaaga kuba nti nina partner wange. Bw'owuliddeko abakyala ab'enjawulo ga nti nze nina obusobozi obwerabiririra mu mwana wange, so ne bwe mba muzadde tekinneetaagiza kuba nti ate taata we waali kubanga obusobozi mbulina. Oba sinakindi n'owulira omwami ng'agamba sikyetaaga mukyala for as long as nina omwana wange oba for as long as nina abaana bange. Naye ekitiibwa kiri ekya famire ejjudde ekyamaama taata n'abaana baabwe kyo tugenda mu myaka egijja mu maaso tuyinza okulaba nga ate ekitiibwa kino kigenze kisaanawo. Atubuulidde ebimu ku bireeta obuzibu obwo nga ensonga y'obwavu nkulu nnyo era nga yeesoose ensonga y'obutabanguko mu maka, naye ate alina ensonga gy'akoonyeeko, ensonga ya religion, nti omukyala asobola okubeera mu kkanisa okuva ku Mande okutuuka ku Mande nga yeerabidde obuvunaanyizibwa bwe ng'omukyala. So kino kidda eri abakulembeze b'enzikiriza oba abakulembeze mu makanisa ag'enjawulo. Mutegere nti abakyala bano abali mu kwaya oba abakyala bano bemuwa assignments ez'enjawulo bafumbo. Bw'oba bafumbo mubate bagende batuukirize obuvunaanyizibwa bwabwe nga abakyala. Naye nga mu dakiika zino ezisigaddeyo tube nga tuwunzika show yaffe y'olunaku olwaleero nga twogereko ku bill eno eya marriage. Mulimu ebintu bingi nnyo. Ensonga ya divorce mweri, naye ate ensonga y'engabana y'ebyobugagga yesinza okuvaako obuzibu. Nti omuntu ajja kukola ajja kubeera awo alaba omwami oyo ng'alina essente agenda amufumbirwe. Naye ng'ekigendererwa kye agenzeeyo oba kubeerayo kabanga katono oba oluusi nga laavu ebaddewo, because tetsa crawling out oluusi nti laavu teriiwo. Ne weesanga nga baawukanye. Bwe baawukana ne weesanga nti engabana y'ebintu efuuse obuzibu. Era mu ngabana y'ebintu eno abantu abasinga okukosebwa mu mbeera eno era abaana bakosebwa.
So thank you very much for bringing this issue. Tujita Honorable Saro Pendi bill of marriage 2024. Eno bill era nebirungi nebibi. Okay. And I would think the intention is to strengthen marriage. Era kyayogerako nnyo ng'oba ogisomamu eyo biiru strictly egamba ku children. Kyenjagalako nnyo what I like ku baana. What I like on this bill 2024 marriage 2024 is to punish. Kakati wano mu Uganda tulinawo eyibayita cattle keeping corridor. Abaraaru abarunda entaabo. Yes. bafumbiza abaana nga bakyali baana bato kubanga banywa amata nabageja mwana wa myaka 14 omarabanga mukazi mukuru bamufumbiza eteeka ligenda kujja litugamba singa bakusanga oli reveranda wa supervisinze omwana nga tanaba kuweza myaka 18 bakukwata tata nga wasanze nga wabadde wayo omwana because oyagala nti bagenda kusiba nawe eyawasiza waro section yalesemu madamu yemuwagira nnyo eya bigamy. Do you know eya bigamy?
Yes.
Bigamy is that you know I'm a married man with a ring. Very proud of my wife. I'm always talking about her. I put her on my status every day. Intentionally, by the way, to chase away those ones who want to grab us and eat us. Nimutekako. Gwe no ndemerako. No janongo yagala kumfumbirwa. Bigamy. They should punish that woman who has come to destabilize a married man.
Okay.
That is one is very good in Juwagira. However, waro section yayogera about property. Where they say you should get married after 6 months. If you divorce, you take 50% of what? Of the property.
Yes.
That one is going to promote Bubi. That one is going to
Nena nti waluwera weyogerera kuba nti ebintu byosanze olinga abadde yabikola.
Yaha.
Tokirizibwa kubanga claiminga any percentage.
And I like that approach. Kubanga abakyala basinga akulaba bwati narabo ine kizimbe account eri kwa kasete nakubuzaabuza mu love naja na falling in love with intent mbayagala kutwara ku bintu kati eteka nga rebarigamba munange wansanga nga nyine bintu byange do not cover yourself under love no genda nto yagala kukola ki kubbe bintu byange era abakyala bakati babadde bakola obwo obukodyo ayekorako ne bagora artificial body parts they bagora water then they come and confuse me with intent to take them. So that clause 49 that is there introduces equal access to marital property, granting both spouse the right to use, occupy, and what. I think if we can maintain that what you have is this, then
we maintain the I, we, and you.
We and you. And by the way, if we can go back to why the single parenting and the divorce are most in Uganda today. The language they use in marriage, I have done this, I have done, this is a two thing, we are two in marriage. Why do you keep saying I have done this, you keep saying I and my dear husband, we have done this. I and my dear wife, we own this. I and my, a plural singular language has caused problems in marriage. So this thing is going to help us. Then of course you see this bill comes in with the swagger of elite, of sensitization, of education, of abasomieko, where they say if you get married to me, do not inherit my name. It is some where they say, for example, now if you get married to me, you say Umombe Jaririani Mucunguzi. You forget your name. So
and
to
then
me,
I carry on your name.
You carry on my name.
With it everywhere.
So I would think this marriage bill has its advantages and disadvantages. I liked it when they sent it back to the community. Siwe eno ye bill by the way itwaraba ba pastor nga bagamba bagara kuwasa. You saw it. They called the pastors and they said they want to have more than one wife. Now, don't you see you are disorganizing again the society? You are creating more single mothers or parents. You are one man, you want to create many. And this is the same bill, I think, where they are saying a woman has a right to marry more men.
More than one man.
More, Tikatosangiriri no inebisajja ngebi bina wabi wasiza. I think this bill will cause problem. So we need to.
According to you, a kuma family or wage breaking?
Waro wage kumira ne wage breaking.
Olowooza tereetera abantu kubanga bambega in marriage nti everything you do olowooza ku kimu when we divorce bambala property yange banagibala batya?
Yes. So most of the amendments, the biggest thing that I liked on this bill was a stance on children marriages.
Yes.
Where
yes.
it is saying if anyone organizes or pretends over marriage of a minor to get 10 years jail, that one will help us to leave children in school.
Okay.
Abaana tebakira kubanga baddukira kati bagenda kukola ki kufumbirwa. Naye kati wali weegendera negamba issues of property. Really it may cause more harm than good. We need it. So experts need to understand it. Then nabaji promoting like Honorable Saru Pendi and the woman MP of Ereptong. I think she's from Ereptong. They can explain more. Honorable Doka Sachen. They can do what? They can understand what is happening and see the interest of the family. Chemba dengamba wali much investment, even these legislations, let them be aiming at strengthening family. Our grandparents, our 4 grandparents were not stupid to concentrate on family. If we undermine the power of family, then there is a problem. We need to fight the 4 or 5 gender-based violence issues. Yes. The physical, where you find people in love are fighting like dogs. That's one should stop. Do not fight. If you want to fight, you come and apply to CDF or IGP. They give you guns, you go in Congo, you fight. You come back. But don't fight your spouse. The psychological
but we have the
violence.
Laws. Does it mean that the laws are not working?
They are working, but people, you see, people have many reasons why they act the way they act. We are talking about the psychological violence, where you find that you are psychologically torturing your spouse by the words you use, the names you do, the music you play for that person when he has come, the body shaming. You can get married to a person and now could be shaming, psychology. Then the sexual violence. Do not starve your partner. An adult is supposed to get. Sex, by the way, is one of the human rights that people should enjoy. You can fail to have food, but you give your husband sexy. Because you left your mother and father to come and enjoy these things. Do not attach there.
That go overboard. But anyway.
That is sexual violence. You don't fear those things. Economic violence. That is very bad. Allow a woman to go and work when she brings money on the table, then mama, if you can accept to get married to me, you also allow our money to get married. Why you? And then you need to be transparent in your issues.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Mucunguzi, I think we are going to close it at this. Due to time, mulamwa guno gubadde munene nnyo naye tugezezaako okusimaasimayo ensonga enkulu omulabi waffe zasobola okubanga agenda nabyo naye mu ddakiika ng'emu nga osiibula kiki kyolekera abazadde but also abaana because nga bwe tugambye nti abaana bebasinga okubeera affected abaana bamaliriza batekinze sides oluusi nga tebamanyi kituufu obanga babuzaabuziddwa because omuzadde abalina abateekamu kyonna kyabasiimye okubanga abateekamu and also a call to the government.
A call to government, let me start with that one. A call to government, and the government is me and you.
Yes.
Because it begins with us. But the other government is that kindly in your priorities, the Parliament of Uganda, the executive, the judiciary, invest more in strengthening family. Let's have a directorate that is responsible. A minister, okay, it is there. Empower it, give them the tools of production.
Yes.
So that family, there is much sensitization. And we shall do this by first having the role models.
Okay.
When we have the role models, then the government gives the resources of sensitization, of knowledge sharing. Our children shall get where to copy.
Okay.
We need to act like the marking guide of these children so that we can do much better. Parents, let us walk a talk and be responsible and intentional in whatever we are doing. Let us be the agents of peace, not the suspects of gender-based violence, of spouse competition, negative spouse competition. Do you know that we have some spouse who compete
with one another?
Yeah, one another. Musajja competing and musajja. They even become whistleblower. At police, you hear your wife is reporting that one is a thief. That is not a spirit of kada, but you are just a wrong person. Then the children, please, children. We have got a challenge these days where children kill themselves.
Yes.
They have performed badly and I kill myself. They are now in drugs. Drugs are order of the day. Please do not concentrate in bars than being at home. Know your level and know that you need to be with your children. Parents, they need to know where their children are. They are in nightclubs. They are now, drugs are order of the day. We are told now they even inject themselves, syringes. Then they are taking cocaine, cocaine and other drugs, which is very dangerous. Report these matters that kill you to police.
Okay.
Police, we have a toll-free number that welcomes the complaints of family and child protection matters, and the toll-free number is 800 199 195. It is established by the Ministry of Gender and Police. They work there. If you call there, if you have the issue of gender-based violence, they can help you. We have another free one.
800 199 195.
Then we have another one for Katoch for free, 116. They can also help you, and we do much better. Okay. Men, now my desk finally. My desk that deals with the men who are suffering gender-based violence.
Yes.
If you are a man there, your woman is beating you, psychologically torturing you, sexual violence, economic violence, technology what it please get back to me and I help you. My telephone number. I'm so committed and addicted to serve my country and the interest of the family by even sharing my private number to the public so that we can help them, because most are suffering. Sons of Pharaoh, you call 0701 400 668. You can send me a WhatsApp. We keep in touch, we share. Because if we don't fight for ourselves, hey, Chiboko is real. These women will finish us. I say this for God and my country. God bless you.
Thank you so much, SSP Jackson Mucunguzi, for joining us this morning. We're going to be closing it at this. Olakoraya tutunidde ensonga ya single parenting. But the next time we have him, tugenda kuba tutunuulira nnyo ensonga ezikwata ku baana. Abaana ennaku zino betta abaana bejjambula mu bwensi eno because they feel like they are tired, because they don't have anyone to be in their lives to guide them on what they are supposed to be doing. So the next time we have him, ensonga tugenda kubanga tulemera nnyo oba twogera nnyo ku nsonga ezikwatagana ku baana. Abaana biki be bamissing? Omulembe guno abaana bagoyinza stream bintu bingi nnyo. We are seeing young children on social media bakola ebintu ebiteetaga kubanga bikolebwa. Yenga docket ye oba desk ye handling ensonga ezikwatagana ku baana weewaawo n'amaka. So the next time we have him on the show, I pray we have him sooner. Bw'abanga atuwadde obudde twongere okutanya ku nsonga z'abaana. Kiki ekireetedde okubanga abaana beeyongera okwetuusaako obulabe ate kyetaaga okubanga kikolebwa oba gavumenti kyetali mu kuteekako ssira. Olunaku olwaleero tugenda kubanga tukomawo n'eno. Njagala okwebaza omukulu Muhwezi Rogers webala nnyo kubanga olaba agambye thanks Afande for the work done. We really miss such leaders in the society. Live from Kisangani DRC but from Chiruhura district. Webala nnyo kubanga obaddeko ng'olaba ne Romshana Francis nawe webala nnyo kubanga obaddeko ng'olaba. Kakuba Kafudemba gwe yagala okozesa Northern Bypass nkusaba munnange noonyaayo ekkubo eddala olw'ensonga nti amazzi gasazeeko ekkubo. Nammwe abatambula bannange mwegendereze amata bagali mu kibuga Kampala osobola okubanga otambula weegendereze. Oba sinnakindi bwe kibanga si kya bwangu nnyo osobola okubako woolindira akakuba kabenga kakkanamu osobola okubanga ogenda mu maaso n'okubanga okola emirimu gyo. From the entire team gye tukoza nayo mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala. Nsigadde nze omumbejja tuwedde Lilian tusisinkana olunaku olw'enkya ssaawa 2 ez'okumakya.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.